My name is Shub. I'm a Schulich Leader Scholar studying biomedical sciences and a member at STEM Fellowship. And you're listening to STEM Fellows, a monthly podcast where I have conversations with prominent STEM leaders to spark big ideas. Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of STEM Fellows. This month, I'm excited to have Tyler Galley on the show. Tyler is an engineering student at Queen's University and is also a recipient of STEM Fellowship's Digital Citizenship Graduation Award. Tyler, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. Welcome.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, no, Arshvir, I believe, actually, he's the one who told me that your team had won the DCGA, and he invited me to have you guys on the show. Unfortunately, your other team members weren't able to make it, but I'm glad you're here today and excited to, get to know you better and talk about your DCGA experiences with everyone.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm super excited to be here. I think it's a really great opportunity with the whole STEM Fellowship podcast and everything. And it's really great that you guys have an outlet for people to be sharing their achievements and accomplishments in the field. So definitely excited to be here.
Awesome. Yeah, no, happy to have you on the show. So Tyler, I always like to start off the show by asking guests three things. And that's just who they are, where they came from, and what brought them to where they are today. So okay. I believe that's really important because it's going to build the foundation for everything that we're going to, discuss later on in the show. So would you mind just expanding on these three things a bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Tyler Galley. I'm currently studying first year engineering at Queen's University, but I'm from Calgary, Alberta. And I've been living there since I was about 2 years old. So I've been there for a while.
Go Calgary!
Yeah. Yeah, of course. You're U of C too, so I guess you know. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. No, I'm loving it here.
Yeah, no, it's such a nice city. I guess my reasoning for being at Queen's and studying engineering was just that I've always been really interested in math and science and physics and those areas specifically. But a lot of my hobbies outside of school and extracurricular interests are really creativity oriented. So for example, I'm really interested in music and music production and that kind of thing, as well as obviously video editing. So I really like the engineering program just because it felt like an outlet to combine sort of math and science with creative problem solving. And it just seemed like something that would really resonate with me. And as for Queen's, I just thought it was I toured the school a couple of years ago. So I thought it had a really good program. I really liked the campus. So I thought it would be a good place to study engineering. And I've really been enjoying it here so far.
That's incredible. And I guess, are you from Canada, Tyler, or did you move, immigrate from somewhere else?
I was born in, or both my parents are Canadian, but I was born in Hawaii, actually, just because my parents...
Oh, no way.
Yeah. No, my mom worked in hotels, so she was transferred there for a couple of years, and that's where me and my sister were born, and then we moved back here when I was about 2.
So are you a Hawaiian citizen then? How does that work?
Yeah, I have dual citizenship.
Oh, that's rad. Yeah, no, It's the same for me. I was born in India, so I have dual citizenship, Indian and Canadian. So
that's awesome.
We can be proud to be dual citizens.
Of course, yeah.
Cool stuff. And just the last thing was, I guess, what motivated you to pursue? You talked about this a bit. It was the math and physics program, but why Queen's out of any other university?
I don't know. There was my school did a big tour actually of a bunch of Ontario and Quebec universities right before COVID happened, and Queen's was definitely one of my favorites from there. I really liked just how it was a really small, tight-knit community, and more than any other school really that I saw, I felt like everyone here that's an Eng is super connected to each other and wants each other to succeed, and it's not really competitive at all because no one's everyone gets into the programs that they want to get into next year, so long as they pass the classes. So it's not really people are trying to do better than everyone else. It's really just everyone's trying to help each other in a collaborative setting. And I think especially with Queen's is it's not a small university, but the campus isn't that big. So it's you see everyone all the time. You see people in their classes outside of class pretty regularly, and everyone's really nice, and it's just great seeing people in that environment. And I think that definitely drew me to the school when I toured, because I could just pick up on that that whole vibe even from not even being a student there at that point.
Yeah, no, and on top of that, the Queen's campus is absolutely gorgeous. I've seen pictures.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, it's so cool living right next to Lake Ontario, just because it's not really coastal, but it almost has that same feeling to it.
Are you living in a dorm right now, Tyler?
Yeah, I'm living in student res.
Student res, okay. And how close is it to, I guess, the water?
It's really close, actually. It's about a block away from the entrance. Just
Only a block? What?
one or two, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
most of the student dorms are in the like really south end of campus, right below, just right above where the Lake Ontario is. So it's really cool.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm
Yeah,
sure you've got a lot of lovely pictures.
yeah, I have actually. Yeah,
No, good stuff. Yeah, so that aside, I just wanted to relay another sincere congratulations to you and your teammates for, I guess, winning STEM Fellowship's Digital Citizenship Graduation Award, or the DCGA, I guess everybody calls it this year. Uh, I guess for those of viewers who might not be familiar with the DCGA, would you mind just giving a brief overview of what exactly it is?
yeah, for sure. So the DCGA is the STEM's Digital Citizenship Graduation Award, and essentially, it's an award that's awarded to graduating high school students who have used technology in a way to, I believe the award specifically like discusses using like benefiting the community and just in terms of like I think there's a lot of like range for what the projects involved in it can be, but a lot of them involve like promoting like diversity or like sense of community or inclusion through the use of technology or like STEM related fields.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just an award to recognize high school students who have used technology to create a positive impact on their local communities, essentially.
No, that's awesome. So how did you find out about the award?
One of my friends who's actually involved with the STEM Fellowship organization had posted something about the award on their social media, and I like looked into it because I thought it sounded really interesting. And then I read the description, and I was like thinking about my involvement with my high school and how I made videos for a bunch of sporting events and school initiatives. And I looked into it, and I was like, this seems like it would be worthwhile to apply for. And it's an
Right down
organization.
your alley. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I've always respected the STEM Fellowship organization a lot too, just with a lot of their other various initiatives I've been aware of. So I thought it would be a good thing to try to apply for just to see how it would go, and it ended up working out. So
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I'm glad you were able to find out about it sooner. So, can I ask you like what your team's project was about? I guess when you applied, like it wasn't just you, right? It was you had
It
an
was
entire
it was
team.
just it was just like an individual thing.
Oh,
Um,
it's an individual thing.
yeah, the other winners, the way that it worked is that I think everyone applied for all the applications were like either for like individual teams or like their school group or something, or just
Okay.
people you work with, and then they selected three winners. So the other winners aren't directly associated with me.
Oh, so all this time I thought you guys were a team and
Oh
working
no,
together, collaborating, but it was
yeah.
just all three of you individually won the award, like
Yeah, they
applying to it.
selected, I think, 3 separate winners for it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So, can you tell me then what your project was about?
Sure. Yeah. So, since about grade 9, or I guess a lot of my life, I've been really interested in like video editing, and I think there was a bit in like elementary school and junior high when I was interested in like film and like movie making and that kind of thing. And I think that kind of just led me to like video editing and like being interested in and sort of messing around with like iMovie and just software like that to make like videos. And then in grade 9, it was something I was really interested in, so I decided to get involved with my school's um, athletics association and started producing videos for them to promote various sporting events and activities there. And then soon enough, these videos would start to get like played in front of the school before tournaments and pep rallies and stuff. And I remember they'd always like get everyone really excited for the events and just create like a really great sense of community with like the athletics teams, and like a lot of people would come out to the events, and it was just always a really great like experience for it. And then so that's originally how I started with like making videos and producing them for my school. And then after a while, once COVID happened, obviously like sporting events weren't really as much of a thing anymore. And then through that, I decided to try to get involved with like making videos for other clubs and initiatives at the school. My school had this leadership council we called it the prefect council, sort of similar to like how Harry Potter works, where there's like 16 senior year students who are selected as to help run school-wide initiatives and sort of as like leaders for the school and like all of the junior students, because my school that I went to was 7 to 12. And through that, I was able to make a lot of videos for oh, just relating to like initiatives such as like, for example, one of the not really proudest, but like one of the organizations I'm the happiest to have worked with was our school's Diversity and Pluralism Committee. I made a lot of videos for them just to like sort of show what they were doing. And then also whenever they'd have like big talks in front of the school or like for various initiatives, I'd help produce the videos that would play during the like almost like TED Talks almost for like the school. And then through that leadership council, we'd also make like videos for the students who are at home when lockdowns are happening to keep everyone connected and just like give people like study tips or things like that. And then
Oh,
just a lot
you
of
also did
video.
that,
Yeah,
like lockdown videos. Oh, that's really neat.
yeah, just like
Does your
sorry,
school like post them somewhere, or is
yeah,
it within?
I have a personal YouTube channel that I've uploaded a lot of them to that I believe is linked in my application video for the DCGA. But
Okay.
also a lot of the videos I made are have been directly uploaded to the school's YouTube channel as well.
Okay, so your videos right now, are they public, or do you only share them like privately with them?
I believe they're public. I can like check. I think
No, because I'd love
they're
to share the
public.
link, and
Okay, yeah.
if others want to watch them, like they can go right ahead.
Yeah, that'd be great. I believe I have like a playlist that I can send you after that I upload with the application. But I think I don't know off the top of my head if they're unlisted or public, but I'll let you know after and I'll send you the link if they are. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, no, I'd love to include it in like the show notes, so if people want to, yeah, view it after, they could.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that would
sorry
be
to interrupt. Please keep going.
oh yeah, no worries. And then yeah, I just got in just through the passion I had for video editing, I was able to get involved with a lot of other initiatives and just promoting a sense of community with the school with like a lot of various clubs and activities. And yeah, that's essentially what I did.
No, that's incredible. So it's not like one video that you made. It's like a myriad of different ones, right?
Yeah,
So so I guess you've put an application package together. Like, can I ask like how many videos you had in there?
I've uploaded 6 of my recent ones, I believe, but I think a lot of them I had saved to an old laptop that I don't know if I have like access
Oh
to anymore
no.
because my hard drive failed. But I pretty much everything that I made after grade 11, which I think is like 10, 20 videos, I still have like access to that I might add to like the package after, just because I sent like a smaller sample of them. But yeah,
It's
there's been
incredible.
quite a few.
I'm gonna watch them right after we finish recording this.
Sounds
I'm
good. Yeah. Some of
curious.
them are more like for like serious for like school initiatives and like clubs and just direct school promotion stuff. And then some of the lockdown ones are more like just I guess sillier ones that like we made with the rest of the prefect council just to like keep everyone entertained during lockdowns and
Okay.
like that kind of thing. But yeah,
Okay. No, because I'm really interested in like video editing and all that too. Like
oh, sick.
I've started up a YouTube channel actually a few months ago. I'm a vlogger, so you're
Oh,
gonna have to
awesome.
give me like a few tips maybe when it comes to video editing. Like, what
Yeah,
software
sure.
do you
Good.
use?
I use Adobe Premiere Pro. It was actually licensed to us through our school. So I used to
Oh,
use,
no
I think
way.
like, yeah, I used to use Cyberlink, this thing called Cyberlink Power Director, which was
Okay.
like it was pretty good. But once our school licensed us like just the Adobe suite, which was honestly like amazing. Like it was great to have access to all those tools. So I was able to I switched over to using Premiere and I haven't looked back since then. So yeah.
No, Premiere is really nice. I used that like up until like grade 12 for my video editing, and then
Right.
I ended up getting like a Mac this summer actually, and I've just been using like Final Cut Pro, and
Oh,
that's
no
been
way. Final Cut Pro is such like it's such a good software for it. I don't have the money to like afford it currently, but
amazing.
yeah, no, it's so good. Like it's from what I've seen of it, it seems so advanced and like
Oh
there's a
no,
lot.
no, it is. It's a lot more. The user interface is a lot better than I guess Adobe's. Like it's a
Yeah,
lot easier to work with. Yeah,
that's the one issue with Premiere that it's like a bit hard to learn because it's not like super intuitive how the interface works. But yeah,
exactly. Yeah. No, no, good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, if individuals were interested in applying to this award, I guess they'd have to do it in their graduating year. Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Okay. And like, how do they apply? Like, can you just give like a quick rundown of how your application went?
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know if the award's like an annual thing or like how it works with like when it's like you can be eligible for it. But I believe I applied for it around I think late June, like towards the end of June after I graduated. And I essentially the criteria for it was that you just had to make a 3-minute video of you talking, explaining what you did and like what you did that makes you eligible for the award. And then a lot of the awards selection is based on the content, from my understanding anyway. It was based on the content of the video, but also a lot of like outreach. So for example, like I sent out the video to a bunch of the teachers at my school and like put it on my Instagram, and then a bunch of my friends all liked the video and then left comments about how the videos that I made and like my impact on the school like affect, or not really my
Huh?
impact, but just like how the content I produced like affected them and their school experience. And it was super nice to read through all of it and like see like how much like even people I didn't know that well would comment on it. And it was super nice. And then I think a lot of the selection process is based on just the I guess like interaction and outreach that the video gets, but also like the content of it. but I'm not part of STEM fellowship, so I wouldn't know the specifics of it. But you just upload a video of you explaining what you did, and then email it to the STEM fellowship organization, and they've selected a couple winners within about a month.
And it's 3 winners, right? At least this year.
It was this year. I don't know if it varies or not, but yeah, it was 3 winners this year.
Awesome. So everyone, if you are watching this right now, then June of 2022, will that be the deadline then, around that time?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so I guess stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that deadline.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, yeah. So maybe we can transition a bit from the DCGA, unless you wanted to cover anything else that we might.
No, yeah, I'm good to keep going. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So outside of, I guess, your involvement with SF, or maybe, did you take part in any other of SF's initiatives other than the DCGA?
I haven't, but like I've been aware of the organization and like some of the programs that they offer.
Okay, all good. Yeah. So outside of SF, then I'm sure you're involved with other extracurriculars. Would you mind like giving us a rundown of what some of those might be?
Yeah, for sure. So for most of it's obviously different now because I'm at university, but for most of high school, I played community and club basketball just because it's been like a sport that I've really, really enjoyed since. Do you play basketball too, or are you just?
I do play basketball. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, one of my go-to sports. So awesome.
Nice.
What team?
Yeah. What team?
Do you watch?
I watch the NBA a lot. I'm a diehard Minnesota Timberwolves supporter. Which
no way! That's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure why they're not like a super popular team. They're not doing great this year, or they haven't really done great for the past couple of years. So it's been a little discouraging. But yeah, I really like Karl Anthony Towns, and Andrew Wiggins was one of my favorite players too because he was the first Canadian player to get selected #1 overall in the draft. So I didn't
know that. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
He plays for the Warriors now. He got traded, but I really liked him when he was on the team.
Oh my gosh, the Warriors are going off this season.
I know, they're crazy.
They're up by 11 now. It's 11-1. They won.
Yeah, they're 11. Yeah, no, it's insane. Even without Clay, like they're still doing super.
Imagine good. Clay coming back, like it's over, game over.
Yeah, yeah. Who's gonna be able to stop them after that?
Nobody.
Yeah, but obviously, like I support the Raptors because like they're
Canadian.
Yeah. Warriors too. Warriors are. I'm sort of digressing a bit, but my dad my dad used to love it, or he does still. But I remember he got super into watching basketball when like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson were like, everybody for a couple of years in like 2015, just because he really, really liked the way that they played basketball and how like they'd pass it around a lot and play really unselfishly, but also would like just have the skills at shooting to back it up and like play super well.
Exactly that.
Yeah, I'm really happy they're doing well again because he started to. In the past couple of seasons after Steph and Clay were injured, he started to like lose a bit of interest in watching them. But now that they're doing good again, it's like really exciting.
He's back.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm happy for them. Like I'm not a Warriors fan, but yeah, I'm so happy for them. Happy for them regardless. Okay, yeah, no, sorry.
Sorry.
Digress. Yeah,
I kind of got carried away with it. But yeah, I've been playing club basketball for most of my life. Not super high level club, just like mainly for fun and like a bit competitive, but. Yeah, it's definitely my favorite sport to play for sure.
Awesome. And university, maybe? Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Like, have you been able to join a club or anything?
I haven't joined any university clubs yet. A lot of the way that clubs are set up here actually a lot of them are like application based. So like, for example, I applied for one called the Commerce Engineering Environmental Conference, which is just an organization that helps. They organize like a conference for environmentalism within engineering and commerce, as like the title would suggest. And it seemed like something that I enjoy getting involved in, just because like engineering is one of like my major, but also I'm really interested in environmentalism and that aspect of it. So I applied for it. It was only 3 first-year students that got selected for it, so I didn't get selected just because it was like super, super exclusive, which it was a little discouraging, but like it's super exclusive and like there are tons of other design teams and initiatives. But like right now, honestly, like first year eng is a bit of a challenge. So I'm just trying to focus on like passing my courses and everything before I like try to extend my like go into like a club or anything like that. But I'm definitely looking at like some of the design teams that Queen's offers. There's a lot of really great initiatives here. So I'd definitely be eager to get involved once I just like sort of figure out how university works and how to like manage everything.
Yeah, I've actually heard a lot about design teams from a lot of my engineering friends.
Yeah.
What are they like? I'm sure some people don't know what they are.
Yeah, so essentially there's a lot of different ones. Like I know there's one for like building rockets. There's an F1 club, I'm pretty sure here, but a lot of them are just building like engineering design teams to like design like just various things. I know I'm pretty sure there's fully just a concrete club here, which is just specifically for like building things out of concrete and like designs. But I know a lot of people have like their annual like rocket launches or like model rocket launches or just design car races or things like that. There's just like a lot of different things that you can get involved with. So like if you're interested in like robotics or just like cars or like F1 or just various things like that, you can get involved with like I'm pretty sure that you can join them too. Like there's an application for it, but you can just get involved, show up to meetings, and like learn how be involved in the design process of building just random things.
I know. Thank you for that rundown. And you mentioned that like university, you're just trying to power through. Can you talk a little bit about like that transition from high school to university? Like, how did you find that?
Yeah, it definitely was a bit of a jump. Like I think everyone kind of expects so that university is on like a whole other level compared to high school. So like for example, especially during COVID, like I found a bit that I could like I obviously had to like try really hard in high school and study for everything, but it was like a bit easier to just like let things go by sometimes if I like didn't like and not be like super on top of everything all the time. But at university, like currently I'm in 6 classes and I have classes like 5 days a week for most of the day. So generally like a lot of my time is spent just like budgeting up time to get assignments done on the weekends or like between classes and things like that. Like you really have to stay on top of things and make sure you're studying for everything. And there's obviously you have to on top of that, since you're like living here, you also have to find time to like manage like having like social, or I guess your social life beyond just like studying all the time, just for like so that you're not just drowned in homework a lot and you can still see your friends just like for mental health purposes and everything. But yeah, I think I've been managing pretty well, I'd say. Like it definitely was a bit of a jump at first, and especially during last month when we had midterms, it was definitely a bit of a struggle. But yeah, I think
Tell me about it.
yeah. What year are you again?
I'm in my second year.
Oh, okay, awesome. So you're like relatively new to university too, I guess.
Yeah, I would say so because first year was completely online,
Oh,
and
right.
yeah, now most of my classes are in person, so it's like another beast as well. So
Yeah.
just yeah, trying to adapt. But second year, from what people have, like upper years have told me, and our professors, they say that it's the hardest in my program. Like I'm in biomed,
Oh, okay.
so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just like you said, just trying to power through. Like my motto this year is just keep swimming. Like, have you watched
Yeah.
Finding Nemo?
Yeah. Finding Nemo, of
Just don't
course.
drown. Just keep swimming. Just keep
Yeah.
swimming.
Yeah. Exactly. Just keep going, powering through everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
On that topic, I didn't have much else to, I guess, discuss with you. Uh, do you have any words of wisdom or advice that you'd like to share with viewers of the show?
Um, I guess sort of going back to like the whole DCGA thing, I think like just I think if you want to get involved with initiatives or do something to like make an impact or make a difference, I found that generally the best place to start is just areas that you're passionate in. And like for example with me, like I was really interested in video editing and I was able to find a way to implement that into like my high school and like create a positive impact from there. So really like I feel like if you have something that you're interested in, even if it's like not something that is super traditionally linked with like helping others or just generally like leadership initiatives or that kind of thing, I think just like being passionate about it and like learning as much as you can and then just trying to creatively find ways to like implement it into other things is like a really really great way to like make a difference, because if it's something you're interested in, then that's definitely going to resonate with other people more. That's I don't really know what else to say. Sorry. I that was just kind of my whole outlook with like getting involved in high school and that kind of thing.
No, and I think that's really, really important. So thank you for sharing that with everyone today, Tyler.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
it was a pleasure talking to you today about, I guess, your journey to Queen's University and your experiences with STEM Fellowship's DCGA. So, yeah, thank you for sharing your experiences with me and everyone on the show. It was a pleasure to have you today.
Absolutely, thank you so much for having me here.
That's all for this month. Thank you for listening. If you liked this episode, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts. If you have questions or thoughts about this episode or just want to connect, I'd love to get an email from you at the email address that's listed in the show notes. Thank you again for listening, and I'll see you next time.